Hello and welcome back to Mystic Tides Tarot. We're going to be doing a reading for Scorpio. This is for the year 2026, the Fire Horse year. Let's see what this year brings for you, what it looks like for you, more than anything energetically. And let's just get right into it. So this first card is going to represent this year to you. This is going to help you understand how you can best interact with the year as a whole, energetically speaking, okay? Queen of Cups. You are a water sign. So this year is Queen of Cups energy for you. This means that this year is actually going to be very healing for you. And that's very unexpected. Maybe not for you, but for me it is. Just because the messages that I've been getting, you're literally the last sign I'm doing, by the way. The messages that I've been getting for these readings, for all the other signs, this is the most different. This is the most different. Okay, we're off to a good start. So I'm just gonna leave that there and we're gonna move on. How can you best interact with this energy? Let's see what the advice is on that. Strength. So maybe now, because this year is going to be very heavy with this healing energy for you, maybe you have some resistance towards that, and maybe that's why you'll need to tap into that strength. Or maybe the healing is going to be brought on by something that requires the strength. It could be seen either way. And I don't know what your journey has been like with healing. Actually, you know what? I'm going to pull a card on that. I'm going to be nosy and I'm going to see. And this is how you'll know if this is for you or not, Scorpio. So, your healing journey, Two of Swords. So if this resonates what I'm about to say, then stay, because this is your reading for sure. So your healing journey so far has been very wishy-washy. It's like, and of course, like, nobody's healing journey is like straightforward and perfect and linear and amazing, right? Like, there's obviously, it's healing. What requires healing is something that has been wounded, hurt, broken, cut. So healing happens after there has been some pain. And maybe your healing has been very Two of Swords in the past because you've had multiple wounds at the same time. So it's almost like, well, what do I focus on? Do I focus on healing this one? Do I focus on healing this one? But then I have this other wound. And then as you're trying to find out and make that decision of where you're going to focus on, then there's something else that pops off that needs healing. So it's been frustrating for you. It's been probably even like mentally, not probably, most definitely mentally draining, at least to some degree. And maybe this is another reason why this year is so healing for you, because it's about damn time, okay? Yeah, this energy is very different, very different. So let's find out. How do you... How can we tap into the strength? I'm kind of veering off script here because I have maybe 3 or 4 questions that I ask for every sign. Oh. But how do you tap into the strength? Temperance. Isn't that annoying? I guess I'm speaking from experience because I know I have been in certain situations where I was asking the tarot, when is this going to happen? Or when is this person going to do this? Or I'm actually going to give you a very personal example. I had a situation with a friend and she found out something about her partner that for me was like immediately break up. Like, there's no way you're staying with this person. But I wasn't in contact with this friend at the time. So we weren't even on speaking terms. So how was I going to just come out of nowhere and break the boundaries that we had at the time? And then to tell her this, that she obviously wasn't ready for yet. So I found out through a mutual that she was going to stay with this person. And it broke my heart. And I asked the tarot, I was like, I know she's going to leave him. I know that she is. But when is she going to leave him? And I got the Temperance card. And I have other friends that read tarot. So I got frustrated and I was like, what if I'm just not interpreting this right? And so I got a second opinion. And she also got the Temperance card. Like, we didn't just pull one card. We pulled a spread. But we both got the Temperance card. And it was like the same message. And I didn't tell her what I got before I asked her to do the reading so that there wouldn't be any bias. So yeah, that's just kind of like a little story time, just because I want you to understand that I understand this is not fun. And I'm sorry about that because I understand, you know? So yeah, so like, how do we tap into the strength? Temperance. It's not so much a waiting game for you as much as it is a patience game. And the difference is waiting means that you just gotta sit on your hands and wait for time to pass by. And patience is not sitting on your hands and waiting for the time to pass by. Patience is not rushing the process. Okay? So you cannot rush the process, and that is why you need strength. How do you tap into strength? You need strength. It's kind of it sounds so stupid. It's kind of like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? And it's kind of like, what do I do to be stronger? You gotta be strong. It's like, what do you do in the gym to get stronger? You lift weights. What do you need to lift weights? You need muscles. But how do you build muscles? You lift weights. Yeah. So I'm just laughing because and maybe you're a playful person because I'm getting like this like playful energy coming through despite, I feel like you're the type of person that tries to make light out of all of the fucked up things that you've been through. And I just got chills. And I love people like that. I love people like you. We need more people like that because you know what? Life is gonna life. Shit is gonna crack. It's gonna pop off. It's gonna hit you in the face. It's gonna come out of nowhere. And if that's a guaranteed thing in life, then how do we work with that? How do we adapt to that? How do we overcome it? How do we surpass it? How do we not let it destroy us? How do we not let it kill our zest, our lust for life, And I feel like that's part of your strength though. Like the strength that you already have built in. Because strength can be like, okay, you need to find new strength that you never had before. Or like you need to grow the strength that you already had. And part of your strength is finding humor in the things that other people don't find so humorous. And sometimes you have to like, not share those things because it pisses people off. But sometimes, you're going to slip of the tongue and some people might get their feathers ruffled and, it is what it is. But, the way that you are is not for nothing. It has helped you survive. So don't take it for granted, even if other people do, or even if other people don't like it. Yeah, well, okay, let's move on. So the next category I want to pull on your spirituality. So let's see what your spirituality is looking like this year, Scorpio. Actually, no, I'm just going to keep shuffling. I get energetic hits on the cards, and if I get too many at once, I know I have to keep going. Chariot. I was laughing because I was doing Cancer's reading earlier, and they pulled the Chariot card, and I mentioned to them that the amount of times that I've seen the Chariot card while doing the Zodiac readings is insane. And then we get the Chariot card too. So it doesn't come as a surprise considering it's the fire horse year, a year of this like rapid movement. So that's the way the year energy is, generally speaking. This is the way that it's gonna show up for you. And then the Chariot showing up, it's kind of like saying you are getting this confirmation of you're going in the right direction, even if it might feel a little sticky and icky, because this is how your healing has been or felt in the past or so far, but you're transitioning into a different era. And this is also confirmation because it is a movement. It is that confirmation. We are moving on. We are going forth. We are not going to come back here. We're leaving that forever. It's kind of like that. Oh, yeah. So spiritually speaking, you're upgrading for sure. I don't feel like I need to pull any more cards on that. And that's a major arcana. I feel like I say that every time. But, major arcanas are energies that stick around with us for a while. So you're going to be in a year of healing, and this is going to give you massive movement. It could be through the entire year or such a big movement that it's going to dramatically change what your life's been like so far. And maybe that sounds a little scary to you, or maybe it's super exciting to you because you're Scorpio. So, you like a little shake and bake. Why did I even pull a card? Oh my God, this is so funny. But the Six of Wands is a card of victory. So it kind of goes along with what I was saying. It's a card of victory and celebration. This dragon in the middle, it looks like he's being celebrated. Well, he is being celebrated by all his peers because he defeated the knight, because in this deck, the Tarot of the Dragons, or is it Dragon's Tarot? I have the box right here. What is it? Now I need to know. Tarot of Dragons. Yeah, I knew it was something that wasn't like your typical. Because usually they say something something tarot or like whatever tarot. Like it's tarot usually at the end, but this one says Tarot of Dragons. Anyways, in this deck, it's all dragons. So of course, like they're showing the dragons defeating the knight, which in reality, it would be like the knight trying to defeat the dragon, right? But even here in the strength card, which is like one of my favorite representations of the strength card, is this knight facing the dragon, but they're not trying to kill the dragon. They have placed their sword down and they're extending their hand, expecting the dragon to see their intentions and to be accepted by the dragon. The dragon can be anything, but dragons, keep in mind, are an enormous amount of energy. If we just want to talk in terms of energy, the draconic energy, let me just give it to you this way. The size of the energy of a dragon is akin to a mountain. Just sit with that for a minute, Scorpio. Okay, so spiritually, you're looking good. Now let's go into your finances. Let's see what finances say for you, Scorpio, this year. 5 of Wands. So whereas the 6 of Wands is celebrating the win of the battle, the 5 of Wands, it's in the midst of the battle. So I don't know what your financial situation has been like before, and I don't want to be nosy or pull cards on that right now. But it seems like maybe there's been some discord. This could be in yourself, like an inner discord, or it could be amongst others if you work in a place where there tends to be conflict. Let's pull. Oh, this one just came out. The Page of Pentacles. Let's put... I'm gonna have to start zooming my camera out because this is not cute. Okay, Page of Pentacles. So Pentacles has to do with stability. It also has to do with health, wealth, finances, and we are talking about finances here. So there being some conflict energy in terms of finances, but then seeing the Page of Pentacles, it's kind of like saying you're stepping into stability. So even though things may feel, I feel like that's kind of like the theme for you, because even when it comes to healing, it was kind of like, I don't know, do I go here? Do I go there? How am I supposed to do this? And then for finances, we see like the conflict card, right? And then for your health, it's like you're going to be healing and things are going to be doing great. And this is your advice. And then with the finances, it's like, yeah, there's this, you know, combativeness perhaps, but you're stepping into stability. So maybe you step into the stability because of the healing that you're doing over here. Or maybe it's like, maybe it's just a result of that. Like it trickles down into other areas of your life, which obviously it's going to because everything's spiritual. But it's also kind of like maybe you stop feeling like you need to participate in this. Whereas in before you felt like you didn't really have a choice. It was just the name of the game. Let me pull another card for your finances because I want to feel like I'm not just dropping off the message halfway through the sentence. Another Pentacles card, 3 of Pentacles. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles is a card of collaboration. You see 2 other dragons here. They're kind of helping this other dragon. This dragon's working. They're assessing. They're putting in their input. And they may take turns on who's doing what role. So it's kind of like you're going... This is kind of like where your finances have felt that they've been. In a place where things are aggressive, not really working, not really cohesive, into a new chapter of stability because of collaboration. So now I'm interested to see what we're going to pull for the area of relationships and social connections. So let's go into that and see how that may connect. Because obviously, like, yes, we're looking at different areas of your life, but this is your life, so it's obviously all going to connect. Okay, let's see. Relationships, social connections for Scorpio. Another one. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of like this reading is giving me a lot of this is where you were or where you think you are going to be at, but this is where you're going. And this is the card of leaving, right? And then where are you leaving is the past, is this energy, the conflict. And where are you moving into the 9 of Cups? Nine of Cups. Oh my goodness. Well, Nine of Cups is the wish fulfilled card. So maybe that's something you've been wishing for. The Nine of Pentacles, which is this very almost luxurious energy. So in your social relationships, in your social connections, I mean, your social connections and your relationships, it looks like you're leaving a place that has maybe felt turbulent and it has brought out more emotion in you than needed to be really brought out. So not in a so positive way. And you're moving into like your abundant era with the social aspect. Okay. But it's connected to your finances. We see the pentacles on both of these, but then also because on finances, you're starting a new chapter, and then it's due to collaboration. And then when we look at your relationships, you're leaving something that maybe was a little toxic into something that's beautiful and abundant and rich. So it's like very interconnected. Your social connections, your relationships is very connected to your financial stability and how things have been and where they're going for you. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. You have such a beautiful reading, Scorpio. I really enjoy doing this reading for you. And that's all I have for you today. And I'll see you in the next reading. Goodbye.